When is the last time you made s'mores? Crunchy, gooey, and with everyone's favorite, Hershey's milk chocolate. Whether you're making new memories with your friends beside a campfire, inviting neighbors over for a casual cookout, or cooking s'mores in the oven with your family on a rainy day, enjoy some more of each other with Hershey's S'mores. Find Hershey's milk chocolate bars at your favorite retailer. Time to s'more some more.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, man, when I tell you guys that haters have nothing better else to do, guys, haters have nothing better else to do. And it's silly because it's like the thing is this, you know, haters are big on trolling. They're big on using the word trolling, but I don't even look at it as trolling, you know, like, do haters really troll, or do they just have, like, this true, legitimate, hatred in their heart towards you? And it's like, for one, I don't know you. You don't know me. So therefore, it's like, how can you hate a person that you've never met? And I don't mean like, oh, you met me through watching somebody's video about me. Like, no, you have never met me. We have never had a sit-down, talk-to-talk conversation. But it's like, if we were to ever have a sit-down, talk-to-talk conversation, it's like, you want to turn it into something where it's like, you're now trying to find a reason to hate me. And it's people like that where it's like, no, you're suffering from something mentally. Like, I don't know exactly the name of it, but no, you need to go get that checked out by a doctor, psychiatrist, somebody that specializes in that, you know, mental like stability field and things, because it's like, no, it's like you're mentally unstable, you know. And it's crazy because like a hater, they'll never see that. They'll never see that they're mentally unstable. If anything, they'll try to flip it on you and say that you're mentally unstable. And I'm like, fam, how, you know, let's just lay that, you know, that scenario on the table. TMossBoss is mentally unstable. How am I mentally unstable? You know, like, these are questions that I have to, like, I need answers. So I'm like, oh, okay, if I am mentally unstable, then I'm like, hey, I at least I know, you know, at least I know, and I could go get help, you know, because I'm willing. My thing is this: if I'm mentally unstable, I am willing to go get help. I don't care how much money it costs, but I don't want to walk around life being underneath this mindset that's like, it seems like if anything is mentally damaging. Like, I feel like being a hater ain't no different than depression. You know, it's like you're stuck in this like vortex of a mind, and you can't get out of it. Like, you're literally stuck in the middle of it. You know, and that's something that a lot of, you know, there are some people where I feel like that when they mature a little bit, you know, they'll eventually at some point understand that it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get nowhere being a hater. But that's usually a teenager. You know, it's like, I done seen haters of mine where they're like in their 20s. You know, it's like, I have haters of mine that are in their 20s, and I'm like, fam, what's your excuse? A teenager I can understand, but you, on the other hand, it's like, you are a fully developed adult, okay? Your brain is fully developed, your heart is fully developed, your whole body is fully developed, yet you're acting worse than a child. That's not safe. That's not safe for the public. That ain't safe for nobody. And people don't realize that. They don't understand that until they find themselves in a situation where they can't get out of it. I ain't gonna say how they, you know, what that situation is, but yeah, there are some times where people, they put themselves in situations, and it's like, fam, how do you honestly think you were gonna get out of this situation and things was going to fall in your favor? You know, it's like that's a genuine question. It's like, what do you think the end game is of you being a hater and me being me? You know, like, that's what I would like. I would like answers to these questions. So I'm like, please have a full Bible long tweet, comment, whatever the situation is, have that stuff ready, because I am willing to see answers for this, you know, because no, it's like, I feel that when people hate on me, and when I sit down and I think of the content that I'm doing, it's like, this is content that's meant to entertain people. You know, like, I don't do content to start trouble. I don't do content to, you know, like, anything besides entertaining a person. I don't do content for those reasons. I do content solely for the reason of entertaining people. And that has always been the dream. Maybe not the dream, but just overall, that's been my mission ever since getting into content creating. Yeah, I feel like dream, it just wasn't the proper word to use. But no, that's been my mission ever since day one, August 3rd, 2010. Well, that was when I created my my main channel. But before that, like like July, dang, it's crazy to think like this month will mark 14 years. Like, no, July officially marks, because that's when I had to say, when I was like, you know what, no, I'm ready to be a content creator. Before that, I think I just created a channel just to have a channel. But no, I was like July 2010. That was when I was like, you know what, no, I'm becoming a content creator. I'm creating a channel. Ended up losing access to that channel. Then August 3rd, 2010, that's when I created my main channel, you know. So anyways, you know, from that day forward, July 2010, I always was thinking along the lines like, what content can I upload to entertain people? I'm thinking this at the age of 13. How can I entertain people? How many 13-year-old kids are already thinking about their future? You know, and it's crazy because, like, at the time being, I didn't even realize I was thinking about my future. It wasn't until after I had graduated from high school when I'm like, fam, I laid out, like, every form of content that I'm doing today. It's like I laid out that content as a child. So it really trips me out, where it's like I look at myself when I was a kid and I'm out here thinking, you know, on some outside the box type stuff. But then you got kids that's on the internet, and then you got adults that's acting, fam, like, I'm gonna say this. You know, I wasn't the best kid growing up. I know I wasn't the best kid growing up. That's me as an adult. I can realize that I am a completely different person than I was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, yes, I was trouble. I think there's a good majority of kids that go through school, they're going to be trouble at some point in time. Trouble in the good way, trouble in the bad way. But regardless, my thing is this. I wasn't the greatest kid in the world, and I didn't want to be the greatest kid in the world. I never looked at myself as the greatest kid in the world. I had my moments when I did great things, but I also had my moments when I did bad things. You know, follow me on what I'm saying with this and stuff. But as the time went on and I got older, I realized that how I was acting when I was in school, I can't act like that as an adult. You know, it's like I can't be this troubling kid that doesn't want to listen to the, you know, the authority figures at wherever it is I'm at, and things like, oh, I want to be a rebel. I want to do this. I want to do that. The reason why I say that is because I remember at my old job, the cafe that I always mention and stuff, I remember I went into that place thinking along those lines. Like, you don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I feel like doing and stuff. And that wasn't going to get me far at that place. And I remember my supervisor, she had to sit me down. She had to talk with me. And then that's when it hit me like, I'm getting older. You know, it's like I can't be carrying on like how I was when I was in school and stuff. Because, yeah, a teacher asked me to go do some stuff. I'm like, why I gotta do that? I'm like, you got 2 working legs, you got 2 working arms, you got a brain. I'm like, fam, and a heart that's beating. Why I gotta do that? I'm like, nah, fam, I ain't doing all that and stuff. And I'm thinking I could carry that on into my... And see, that's the thing where it's like, if I could just sit down in this moment as I'm doing this podcast episode and encourage some kids, because I feel like if you're an adult and you're listening to this podcast and you're feeling a certain way about what I'm saying, you're too far gone. There's no help for you. At this point, you just got to pretty much sign yourself up to get some mental help, go off up in an insane asylum, and just live out your days there. Because as an adult, if you're hating on somebody like a child, fam, yeah, you're too far gone. And you, at this point, it's like you need to lock yourself up in prison or an insane asylum, because you're most likely gonna go around and kill somebody. All right, so it's like, it's, you know, sorry for getting all dark, but at the end of the day, that's usually people, when I see a 20-something-year-old person in my comment sections hating on the videos that I'm doing, 20-something, 30-something, however, because I've seen some guys where I'm like, ain't no way you in your 20s. I'm like, nah, bro, you look old enough to be my granddad's granddad. So that's why I'm like, there's no way possible you're in your 20s. But it's like, even seeing people older than me being a hater, I'm like, yeah, fam, you got issues, because I'm like, it don't matter what group it is I done been a part of where it comes to like me versus this group. I done seen people in that group where I'm like, fam, there is no way whatsoever you are carrying on like this at your age. You need help. You honestly need help. Just talking to the adults real quick, but I'm like, yes, you need help. I'm like, because the thing is like, they want to hide. That's all that, you know, an older hater, that's all that I think that's why I'm going to title this episode, Young Haters versus Old Haters, because I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm kind of just bouncing back and forth between talking on old and young haters and stuff. But Anyways, but no, it's like with an old head. What point I was gonna make? Cause I turned and looked at the TV and seen some wrestlers. And I'm all like, okay, I was like, a match that I wanted to see, and I'm like, nah, and got all distracted. Okay, anyways, improvising time. But anyways, no, so yeah, talking on an old hater real quick, cause the thing is this, like with an old hater, I'm like, man, I really got myself distracted. I shouldn't even have looked at the TV. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop distracting myself. Okay, maybe all right, you know what? Actually, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna give some advice to a young hater. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm 9 minutes in this episode. I am not trying to redo it all over again. All right, so anyways, but no, I guess like giving some encouraging words to a young hater. You're a kid. Okay, and I don't even mean that in a disrespect, because I feel like some people will hear that and they'll be like, I ain't no kid. But I'm like, you're a kid, okay? It's like, don't even look at it as a disrespectful thing to say. It's like, enjoy the fact that you're a kid. Because when you get to my age, when you get to the age of 27 years old, you're going to have to start making some wise decisions in life. Now, if your most wisest decision ever that you can possibly think of is hating on me in my comment sections, you're not an adult. And I feel like that's more disrespectful, being an adult, being told that you're not an adult, than being a kid and being told that you're a kid. And it's like, and it's one of those things where it's like, I would rather be a kid and somebody tell me that I'm very mature for my age than for somebody to tell me that I'm an adult and I'm immature for my age. Honestly though, sit down and think about that. Do you want to be an adult? Because there are some adults that I know that are older than me and they do not act their age. And I'm like, fam, how have you made it this far in life? Like, honestly, that is a genuine question. And maybe it's like some split personality thing where it's like, you know, some moments they're an adult and then some moments they're a kid. But I'm like, I don't see that. You know, I don't see the fact that you're, you know, oh yeah, when times are important, that's when you want to be an adult. But then when it's like behind closed doors or wherever, you want to be a kid. And I'm like, fam, that's something where I'm like, that cannot work for me. I can't look at you the same. You know, I can't look at you as an adult, but I'm all like, fam, I know who you really are, you know? So it's like, I feel like it speaks louder seeing a person behind closed doors than when you're seeing them because they're being quiet. They're not being them and stuff. So when they're out in public, but I'm saying it's like, you know, being a kid right now, enjoy your days as a kid. But it's like, it shouldn't be, oh, I gotta hate on somebody. It's like, make some moves for yourself. That's the thing where it's like, I feel like that cannot be stressed enough, is that kids, there are some kids where they're already thinking of their plans, like going to college or enlisting in the military, or they, you know, got like jobs and careers lined up for them when they graduate from school and stuff. But I'm like, not every kid is like that. I wasn't like that. I didn't have nothing lined up for me when I was getting ready. I was gonna enlist in the military, but I was like, I ended up backing out of that. So then I started looking for a job, couldn't find no job. So I was like, okay, now times is getting rougher and rougher, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. I gotta lay out some sort of plan. Content creating. So I'm not saying that you overall have to be a content creator, but I'm just saying, like, it is there. You know, it's like, rather than using it for bad, use it for like something that could benefit, you know, and help people. I'm saying, having it where people are coming to me telling me that my videos doesn't help them with depression. People be at work watching my videos. People be sitting around as a family watching my videos. I hear stuff like that, and it's crazy to me. It is some insane stuff. And I'm like, fam, I feel like that, being a kid and hearing somebody say, like, imagine this, right? Imagine this, you're a kid and you get into content creating. Let's say you're doing gaming videos, right? Like, because I feel like that's solid content that you could do as a kid and stuff. I mean, if you want to do something else, you could do art videos. There's a lot of different videos you could do. Kid, though, it don't matter, you know. But anyways, no, let's just use gaming as an example. You go out, you get the best gaming computer of all time. You go out, you get the best monitor of all time, best mouse, best keyboard, best controller, all this stuff. You got a whole list of games lined up for you. You got supportive parents. You got people that are already backing you up on this career path, and it's like, fam, you haven't even started yet. But let's say you do that first stream. And it's like, imagine this. Let's just lay out this scenario, and this is a beautiful scenario, right? You do your first stream. You have nothing but entertaining moments throughout that whole stream, right? That whole stream. and you go to school the next day. I'm like, here's the thing, because I feel like maybe a quiet kid gonna be like, nah, I don't want that lifestyle. And it's like, okay, whatever lifestyle you want, you go for it. All right, go for something. I'm not gonna be the one to provide that lifestyle. I'm just gonna provide an example. You do what you want with that example. All right, so but I'm going based off of this example. But you do a gaming, you do some sort of Twitch stream, right? You post all these different moments. Imagine you go to school the next day and there's that one teacher where you don't even think that they're like into that type of stuff, and they make some sort of like comment in the middle of class of you and your stream. Like, you got a teacher shouting you out in the classroom. And then you got kids coming up to you and it's all like, hey, wait a minute, you such and such. Like, that's if you want that lifestyle. That's if you want that lifestyle. But it's like, hey, you're such and such. Oh, man, I love that. Oh, all them different clips and streams. Oh, that is amazing. When you doing the next stream, now you got people remembering you for something good. And I'm like, if you want to be remembered for something bad, then I'm like, hey, that's your lifestyle. At the end of the day, it ain't going to be as memorable as doing something that can, like, because in this, we're living in a time where entertainment matters. I mean, entertainment matters to a long extent. So it's like when you're sitting around, the only person, if you're hating on somebody, the only person you're entertaining is yourself. Now, I guess if you're into that type of stuff, then hey, be my guest. Hate all you want, but it's like, fam, you're not going to make it far. It's like, because the only reason why I feel like people are hating on me right now is because they know I'm going to see that stuff. But it's like, when it gets to that point in time when my comments are being flooded, it's like, you go to my stream, you can't leave no message there. What are some other, I do a podcast, and it's all like, but it ain't even, the funny thing is like, it ain't even me doing my own podcast. I'm being featured on somebody else's podcast. Like, honestly though, like, if I could sit down and think of, just me focusing on me, because it's like, haters, they always want to like lay out their version of facts and stuff. All like, let just the main one of, me not getting any views. I'm a dead channel, this and that, blah blah blah. But yeah, let's just talk on the views real quick, right? I have multiple videos with millions of views on multiple platforms. I have videos with over 1 million views on Instagram. I have videos with over 1 million views on TikTok. I have videos with over 1 million views on YouTube. I feel like that's a pretty good accomplishment, regardless of whether it's my latest video or an old video. But the fact that I can say that just overall shows that I am serious about what I'm doing in life. Can you say that you're serious about, besides hating on me, what can you say about yourself where you are super serious about it? Because as far as I see, when you're in my comments, you're not serious about life. You could be, the thing is this, you could be this successful billionaire, right? If you're in my comments, fam, you're not successful. Yeah, you got money in there, in your bank account, but you're not successful. You're taking the time to come to my channel and hate on me. That's not a successful move to make. And maybe you don't want to be successful in life, and I think that's a really weird and odd thing. But it's, the funny thing is like, I say that, like, let's really look into that. Let's really look into the fact that I'm saying that you're not successful, and then you want to hit me with some stuff like, I don't care about being successful. What sense does that make, though? It's like, I feel like people, they say that thinking that it's going to upset me, that they're disagreeing with what I've said. I'm like, fam, do you not realize that every form of life is going to disagree with something? So why should it, me being a human, because I'm saying you got plants out there that disagree with things, you got chemicals that disagree with, like, so yeah, plants that disagree with other plants, chemicals that disagree with other chemicals. I'm trying to think of some other, drinks that disagree with food that disagrees with seasoning that disagrees with whatever, but it's like, when they say things like that, I'm like, you think you're hurting my feelings by you not wanting to be successful? That's you that wants to throw your life away. And then I feel like they'll hit me with some stuff like, fam, 14 years of being a content creator, you pay attention to how people talk, right? So it's like, they say that they don't care, and I'm like, okay, how is that going to bother me if you not caring? It's like, you want to throw your life away, then they want to be all like, oh, I'm not throwing my life away. Then why are you in my comments? It's like, fam, I feel like it gets to a point where it's like, it ain't even about trolling. This has been going on for 8 years now. 8 years, 8 to 9 years of haters just going back and forth in my comment sections about some old stuff. And it's all of it like, oh, that it's trolling. They ain't no different than when they say it's just a prank, bro, but they do something crazy. You know, it's like, oh yeah, trolling, yeah, calling me the N-word, that's trolling, threatening my life. Oh, I'm just trolling you, bro. I'm just trolling. I'm like, nah, bro, you need help. I'm like, you need some psychological help because you got some stuff going on upstairs, all right? So if you take offense to that, then fam, my thing is this: any and everything that I say and you take offense to it, you're just only proving that I'm right. And I'm like, you might not want to look at the fact that I'm being right, but it's like, I guarantee and I promise you, more people will hear this episode and be like, you know what? TMossBoss, he made a point. That's a good thing that he just said there. No, I can agree with this. Do you think that random people are going to look at the idea of you being a grown man, hating on another grown man, when there is a whole life out there for you? Do you think people are going to look at that? You might not overall care what people think, but at the end of the day, you do. All right, you might say that you don't, but you do. I promise you that you do. It might not be as strong as others, but I feel like to an extent you do care on what other people think about you. And when that hits you, and I'm saying, like, and this is probably because the reason why you probably don't care is because you don't have nobody talking in your ear about it besides me. But it's like, I guarantee and I promise you, you had a group of people. Let's say you're at a Starbucks. A group of people notices that or even if you're just like standing on the sidewalk and you got one of them like boom boxes with a microphone talking about, I hate TMossBoss, I hate TMossBoss. That's crazy. It ain't crazy that it's all like, oh, you went out and you did that, but it's like, it's crazy at the fact that it's like you're a grown man hating on another grown man. Who cares? It's like, if anything, that'll just be promotion for me. So it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Hey, all you want. Leave all the comments, make all the videos, do everything that you want to do. That's more, because the funny thing is that people are going to see those videos. And then they're going to wonder, who's this TMossBoss guy? What's this all about? Let's go see. They go and see my videos. Oh, wow, TMossBoss, he actually uploads good videos. Why are people hating on him and stuff? I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to show love. I'm going to go into his stream and donate bits and subs and money to him and stuff. I'm going to buy his merch. Oh, TMossBoss, he's doing a live event. Oh, I'm going to go to his live event. Oh, he's cracking jokes. I'm going to be the one laughing in the crowd. All you're doing is helping my career go further. And that's something where it's like a hater don't realize that. The thing is this. It has to be somebody that they idolize to pretty much say everything that I said in this episode. It pretty much would have to take somebody that they idolize to say the same exact thing to them in order for them to change. But it's like with me saying all the stuff that I said right now, they're not going to change. That's one thing about a hater. It's like in the amount of times where I've talked on haters and how they need to change, they never change. They're going to be elderly people. They're going to forget their kids. They're going to forget their significant others. They're going to forget their friends, their family. They're going to forget everything around them. But you know what they are going to remember? I hate TMossBoss. Like, fam, it's something where it's like you see that and I just look at it as like it's so sad. It's really a sad thing to see. And I'm like, fam, I cannot. I'm me and my life right now. I'm just overall trying to better my life and better the situation that I'm in, you know. But it's like seeing people in that state. Oh, that's I'm like, nah, bro. I take my life 10 times over before I take a lifestyle like that, because that is a pretty darn messed up lifestyle. All right, so. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.